Alright, let's try this again. Hey everybody, and thanks for clicking on this video and checking out my channel. To a lot of people's joy, 2020 is over. We are now in the year of 2021, and it's time to talk about the most anticipated movies and shows that I'm excited for coming 2021. Hopefully coming 2021. We did this last year with 2020. That didn't exactly pan out. I think out of all the movies that I was anticipating of last year, only 4 of them actually were able to be released to the public eye. So because of that, there are some repeats on here from last year for my most anticipated movies of 2021. But I tried to keep this fresh. I tried to put on some new things because there are some new projects coming out in 2021 that I'm really looking forward to. And with all that out of the way, I want to make sure that you guys put your list down as well. What are you guys most excited to see in the year 2021? Whether it be movies that you hope to see in the theater, or movies or TV shows that you hope to see on streaming. And with all that out of the way, let's kick off my list with number 10. And this one's a personal one for me, Icarly. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get to the more mature movies and stuff later, but I have to talk about the Icarly revival that was announced not too long ago, happening on Paramount Plus. I grew up with Icarly, Sam, Carly, Freddie, Spencer, and of course, Gibby were staples of my childhood. I watched every episode every week. iCarly was a big part of my life growing up, and the fact that it's coming back as an adult show gets me really interested. I'm really looking forward to seeing the main cast come back, and I'm just really curious to see what they're gonna do with the show. It's got new writers, it's got new creators. I have some hesitations because it was a show from my childhood. I hope it doesn't get too dirty and too sexualized. I feel like that would be kind of weird. But all in all, as it is right now, really excited for iCarly, the revival show, to come out in 2021. All right. Moving on to number 9 is actually one we don't have to wait too long for, and that would be WandaVision. WandaVision is going to be the first product of the MCU that we see this year. It's going to be the first thing that comes out of Phase 4. The trailers for this show have really got me intrigued. I don't really know what the show's going to be. It's got a 50s TV style mixed with the Marvel Cinematic Universe cinematic style. I'm really curious to see how those elements are going to cooperate together. Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen, is a character that I would like to see more of, and I'm really excited to see where they go with her character in this TV show, and I'm excited to see how Vision plays into the show as well. As last time we saw him, spoiler alert, he was dead in Infinity War. He never came back in Endgame. So I'm really curious to see what his part in the show is going to be. It comes out in just a few weeks, and I cannot wait to check out WandaVision. Coming in at number 8 is another Disney Plus Marvel Cinematic Universe show, and that's going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier just looks like it's going to be a great time. The action in the trailers looked phenomenal. I cannot believe that that's going to be on my television screen. I would have loved to see that in a theater. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, I think, are going to have great chemistry. They were really good in the little bits that they had in Captain America Civil War. They're really great together just as themselves in interviews, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they bring their dynamics into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's going to be a really fun and energetic adventure in the MCU. Coming in at number 7, we have Mission Impossible 7. Number 7 is Mission Impossible 7. I did not do that on purpose. As far as spy movie thrillers go, they're honestly not my favorite genre. I'm not so big into the James Bond and the Jason Bournes and all these kind of spy products, but if I had to pick a favorite, I would say that Mission Impossible is probably my favorite spy series franchise. And Tom Cruise and his crew knocked it out of the park with Mission Impossible Fallout. I loved Mission Impossible Fallout. The action sequences were exhilarating and so exciting and thrilling. The story itself I could follow and I thought was really good. The acting was phenomenal. I really loved Mission Impossible Fallout, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that crew come back to do Mission Impossible 7. Will it live up to my hype? Will it even live up to Mission Impossible Fallout? That is yet to be seen, but Tom Cruise has proven time and time again that he is so passionate about this franchise. He put so much time and effort and energy into his work. Really looking forward to seeing what he and his crew do with Mission Impossible 7. Coming in at number 6, we have Ghostbusters Afterlife. So Ghostbusters Afterlife is a movie that was supposed to come out last year. We still haven't gotten it yet, and I'm still really looking forward to seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife. I think it looks really different from the other Ghostbusters properties that we've had in the past. I like Finn Wolfhard. I like that they're going in this kind of Stranger Things direction. Hopefully it's not too much like Stranger Things. But you got Paul Rudd in there. You've got a great cast. The trailer for it looked kind of eerie, but also a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to checking out Ghostbusters Afterlife when it eventually finally comes out. Rounding out the top 5, we have A Quiet Place 2. Quiet Place 2 was another movie that was supposed to come out last year. It still hasn't come out yet. I really enjoy the first Quiet Place. I think John Krasinski did a great job directing that film. He's back for the sequel. I have my hesitations with the sequel. They're showing a little bit more of the monsters in the trailers than I would have liked to see. At the end of A Quiet Place, spoiler alert, they do figure out how to defeat the monsters, so I'm really curious to see how that will play in A Quiet Place 2. Will it still have the intensity? Will it still have the fear? Or because they let the cat out of the bag a little bit at the end of A Quiet Place, will A Quiet Place 2 not have the same feeling as A Quiet Place? I don't know, but I'm excited to check it out. At number 4, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, Justice League was released in like 2017, and we're still talking about it. When I first saw Justice League in the theater, I thought it was okay. I thought they did enough with the characters that I could get behind them, and I had enough enjoyment in the movie that I actually came out thinking that it was an okay movie. But when I watched it at home again, it completely fell apart. I really don't enjoy the Justice League all that much. I think the CGI is kind of gross, and the story's just a mess, and the characters are not that great. But that was not Zack Snyder's original vision. That was stuff that Joss Whedon did with the movie. And there was a lot of mandates that the studio had, making it only 2 hours long. And now after fans have protested and have shouted their voices online, Zack Snyder is getting a chance to complete his Justice League vision. I'm really excited that they're making it into a series and it's not just going to be one movie, that it's going to be over multiple parts. And Zack Snyder's going to have all that time to plan out and tell his story over a series of episodes. I'm looking forward to seeing these characters get a second go around, and I'm really excited to see Justice League Take 2, and I really hope it's better than Justice League Take 1. Coming in at number 3, we have another DC property, and that is The Suicide Squad. Funny enough, Suicide Squad, released in 2016, is another movie that I really enjoyed in the theater, watched it at home, and it completely fell apart. I really get hyped up in the theater, and sometimes it affects the way I see movies. But watching it at home, as I said, it did completely fall apart. The acting, I thought, was great by Margot Robbie and Will Smith, but the rest of the characters didn't really have too much to shine. They're kind of forgettable. The story's a mess. The editing is all over the place. It's a really sloppy movie, in my opinion. But the Suicide Squad coming out this year, bringing back Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and then basically ditching the other cast from the original Suicide Squad, brings James Gunn in as the director. James Gunn did fantastic work in Guardians of the Galaxy. He really knows how to work with an ensemble cast. I think he's going to bring a lot of flair and energy and his original style to the DC universe with the Suicide Squad. It looks fantastic. The cast is phenomenal. I cannot wait to check out Suicide Squad and see what James Gunn and his crew has been cooking up for us for 2021. In second place at number 2, I have Black Widow. Yep, a year later and we still have not seen Black Widow, which is supposed to be the introduction to Phase 4. I like Scarlett Johansson a lot as the Black Widow character. I think even though, as I said before, I'm not too huge into the spy genre, it does have a Jason Bourne kind of feel to it. The action looks fun, if not a little over the top from the trailers. And it's just another movie in the MCU that the more and more that it gets delayed, the more and more I want to see it. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have... Come on. It's SpiderMan. Yeah, that's right. SpiderMan 3 is my most anticipated movie of 2021. But can you blame me? They're bringing back Alfred Molina as Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. Jamie Foxx as Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's even rumors that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back to reprise their Spider-Man. It looks like they're going full Spider-Verse in this movie. I am out of my mind excited for Spider-Man 3 to come out this year. I can't wait to see what they have cooking up. And if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come out in their Spider-Man suits and this picture actually turns out to be reality, I might just wet my pants in the theater. I'm just saying. Whether it's at home, whether it's at the theater, there may be some wet pants happening during Spider-Man 3. Anyway, guys, those are my most anticipated movies and TV shows for this upcoming 2021 year. Whether or not we'll actually see any of these this year is yet to be seen, but it's still a lot of fun to theorize and look forward to them happening. And I want to hear from you guys. What are you guys most excited to see come this year for 2021? And as always, guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking out my channel. And thank you for watching me through 2020. I really appreciate you guys coming back and talking movies with me. I hope that you'll continue to do so for 2021. And let's have another great year talking about some movies. Until next time, my name is Zachary Milne. Thank you for talking movies with me. Happy New Year, and have yourself a great day.